Now. You owe Onision an apology. Because you're...
What happens when you tell a 27-year-old man no?
You know, I want to know what kind of is the basis for people being upset with other people.
You've done some things that I find to be really disgusting.
Not only what I'm doing, the way I talk, and the way I behave healthy, but it should be the standard.
I killed the turtle through ignorance and stupidity.
Welcome, my friends, to the second half of the fourth part of a docuseries on the history of a YouTuber named Onision. Before we get into the meat of this video, it's time for me to shill something. It's time for me to tell you about NordVPN. This episode of the Sordid History of Onision is brought to you in collaboration with NordVPN. Now, you may be wondering what NordVPN is. Well, NordVPN is a personal virtual private network service provider, which allows you to change your IP address, making you harder to track while you surf the web. But chances are, if you are paranoid about internet security, you already know that benefit. But that's not the only use of it. No. By using NordVPN, you can unlock a global internet for yourself. What do I mean by that? Well, the simplest, most useful answer to that is that you can use NordVPN alongside various streaming services. Let's say, just for the sake of, hypothetical, Netflix. You can use NordVPN to unblock content on Netflix that is otherwise unavailable in your region. Think of it as a way to upgrade your subscription. I personally use NordVPN to switch my region over to the UK to catch series otherwise not available in my United States location. You can help support me and the series, plus get 70% off, plus an additional month free by going to nordvpn.org/Cecil, or by using the coupon code CECIL. That's CECIL. Link is down in the description. Alright, onto the video. I am going year by year in this series. Because this is the half of the fourth part, we are still in the year 2013. Last time we left Onision, he was publicly fighting with another YouTuber named Mr. Repzion due to the negative attention he was receiving, not only from that of Mr. Repzion. Onision decided to continue the second half of the year by hosting public debates against his detractors. In the previous part, I established this year as being defined by Onision having a fragile self-esteem that's vulnerable to the slightest criticism, as being a trait that Onision carries out through the year. It continues with that. This is where we pick up for this part. We are on March 13th, 2013, and Onision hosted his first live stream debate. He titled it, A Civil Debate with Onision, but it truly wasn't actually a debate. Instead, it was him addressing the live chat, as well as the drama involving Mr. Repzion and the snail mail stalker. He started the stream by saying he got a bunch of emails for him to have a civil debate with someone making videos about him, but he won't name who.
In my email from people petitioning to have me have a civil debate with somebody who's very negative towards me, obsessively makes videos about me. And I would say that somebody who makes like 13 videos about someone else is pretty obsessive.
Cough, Repzion, cough. Greg then ranted about how he had never harassed anyone or made multiple videos about anyone.
Name one stranger that I've made video after video after video about. You know? I've made videos about people who have screwed me over in some way, who have stolen money or whatever, and I'm like, this is wrong, what you did, but I'm not saying their name again and again. I'm not saying, hey, here's their personal information or anything. I'm just, saying this is what this person did to me, and this is why I'm responding to them, etc.
Cough, Adrian, cough. He even calls Repzion, I mean, the guy making videos about him, a bully. LOL.
Actually, I talked to somebody about him, and apparently he's bullied other people too. He's a serial bullier, so I don't feel as bad. I don't watch his videos. I didn't get for more than, what is it? I got like maybe 20 seconds into one video, and I was just like, I can't do this. I can't do this. I cannot watch this guy. So I don't really know how many people he's bullied, but I don't know. Some people like making a living bullying people.
After some interaction with chat over the current drama, Onion Lad went straight to bashing his exes again. First, Shiloh.
But if I was hit by a significant other, it would be over. Like my last ex, she repeatedly would get physical with me. Like she slapped a phone out of my hand, or she grabbed it out of my hand, and she wrapped her arms around me so I couldn't move. And obviously I can't fight her because I'm a guy, So I'm just like, losing my mind with laughter because I was having a breakdown right in front of her, like, you're holding on to me and I want to escape everything about you.
Then Adrian.
Like, for instance, I had an ex who wanted to drink. You know, she drank a lot. She drank with her friends and so forth. She wanted to hang out with her friends all the time instead of me. And I'm like, well, you know, that's good for some people. Some people are good with hanging out with other friends and so forth. I would imagine, you know, it's like having a rope swing in your backyard. You're more likely to fall off a rope swing if you have a rope swing. You're more likely to do things with friends that you wouldn't do with friends if you were not around them all the time. You know, like immoral things. So naturally, like, I was like paranoid because I don't have friends. I don't hang out with friends. When I'm in a relationship, I primarily just want to hang out with that person.
He admitted to emotionally cheating on Sky as well.
It's just that I move on. I actually, like, with the Canadian girl. When I was married, I started talking to her a month before my marriage ended, and we talked all the time. We really did. So people can say that I emotionally cheated, and maybe I did. Maybe I emotionally cheated.
He then spoke about his drama with Shane.
Would you choose Shane Dawson or PewDiePie? I wouldn't choose either. Choose him for what? A baseball team? I just, you know, I'm not really on good terms with Shane Dawson in the sense that I feel like he really screwed me over. And PewDiePie, he's cool, but I don't really get his channel at all. I don't.
As well as his drama with Seer.
What happens with you and Seer? Seer and I, we broke up. We really broke up. I feel. Here's the thing with Seer. I feel used by him on a regular basis because I pay for everything that he and I do together. And it's not that I actually told him I'm sorry, because I expect things of Seer when I give him gifts. Like, I expect respect, I expect appreciation, I expect, you know, all these things. And I shouldn't, because that's not what gifts are. Gifts are given for nothing back. You're not supposed to get anything out of gifts. So, with Seer, I basically told him to f*** off multiple times, like, because I just kept expecting something out of these gifts.
He ended the stream saying he's blunt, but in the future he might do something outlandish to f*** with people.
Sometimes I f*** with you guys just to keep myself going. So, fair warning. If I ever make a video that's really, you know, you're like, I'm probably f***ing with you. I probably don't actually think what I'm saying or whatever. But, whatever. It really doesn't matter. You know, it's all bullshit anyway.
It was a typical dialogue for Onision during this time period, but the idea of live stream debates will become something later on in this year. 2 days after this, Greg uploaded a video entitled, Who Onision Truly Is. It's another one of Onision's monologue videos, and it's a troll. He's just reciting the origin story of Bruce Wayne.
Is every other night, and Lainey can confirm this, I literally go out and I search for trouble. I try to find people bullying other people and stop them. I listen for screams. I just basically try to help people. If me getting physical with someone means I can save someone else's parents, I'll do it.
Funny Greg. Also on this date, David, Lainey's ex, sent Lainey a hateful message on Facebook, presumably after he realized she was dating Greg. This dude is actually insane. I actually feel a bit sorry for LaineyBot. On the 16th, Greg hosted another live stream, this time titled, Another Civil Debate with Onision. This was similar to the last one. It's another attempt at damage control, directed at all the hate he got from his years of f***ing up. It was also a way to talk about the haters and those who contacted his in-laws. He also noted in the stream that he never does anything malicious, just makes videos to defend himself.
Like, they're saying a bunch of things that are based on perception, not on reality. Because how, like, I'm sitting here and I'm looking at my life and I'm saying, I haven't done anything really wrong. I've made mistakes, but I haven't, like, been malicious or anything like that. I haven't done anything beyond defending myself and telling the truth. So what could, and people wonder why I don't watch the videos, is because what could they possibly say that would change my mind about me?
But if you watch the other parts of this series, his attacks on his Texan ex, AJ, were always malicious. Nothing really interesting or different happened in this stream. Onision uploaded a new damage control video on the 26th, after a few people were unhappy with his views on cutting titled, Onision Attacks Cutters. What I do not understand is that some people, yes, were critical of him, but he still had many supporters at this time. He couldn't ignore the small fraction of those people unhappy with his controversial opinions. It's actually kind of insane to me. On the 28th, Greg uploaded a video called Calling Onision Out to try to defend himself from the mean bully jerks in the comments. In the video, he tells tells the audience that he's acting and not to take his Speaks channel seriously.
The Speaks channel, and you can quote me on this, it's not something to be taken seriously, it's my experiment. A lot of the time I'm trying to help someone, however, as of late it's been dominated by acting and my own twisted sense of humor.
This was not enough to stop the criticism that had been driving Gurgles mad all year. Greg made yet another video to defend himself, this time against only one comment. He posted it on the 30th and titled it Unsub Onision.
Hey guys, this video is a response to a single commenter. You're literally a walking contradiction. Here, let me show you what a walking contradiction literally is. Okay, here's the word contradiction. We're gonna go ahead and rotate it slightly this way. Here's one leg. There you go. And there's another leg. Okay, that is literally a walking contradiction.
It's strange how Greg can't ignore one comment. Imagine if every big YouTuber made response videos to every negative comment they got. We now move into June. At some point in June, date unknown, Greg and Lainey had a formal wedding ceremony with friends and family. Regina was invited to be their wedding photographer, but Regina's mother refused, and the plans of them to attend ultimately fell through. Greg started the month on the 1st by making a video called Onision is a Monster, which is yet another video where Greg responded to negative comments.
Another one flagged as spam. Onision is a monster. I am, because it's not the advice a sane person gives.
He made another similar video to this on the 6th titled Hero Pwns Onision, where he responds to a Tumblr post calling him antisocial. The interesting part of this video is that he claimed to never make fun of victims.
Cutters, victims, really? When did I make fun of victims?
Sometime around this, Greg did a live stream that is not fully available to watch, but user Don't Stand So Close to Me caught the beginning of it and re-uploaded it around the 9th. The video they made started off with text that read, "The beginning of the original live show has been altered by Onision. The following is uncensored and the reason why he removed it. Pay close attention to his inflection." The clips included Greg insulting Lainey and their friend.
You guys are Okay, so first of all, shut the f up.
Though one could argue it was 100% jokes. Also included was Lainey not being able to answer questions about their relationship without being coached by Gurgles.
When did you and Greg get married?
Am I allowed to answer this?
Oh no.
November 14th.
We also catch Greg trying to convince Lainey that she was bisexual.
Emily wants to know if Lainey is bi.
No. Greg thinks I am bi, but I don't think I am. I don't think I've never had and done anything with a girl, despite popular opinion.
Some news from the Onision drama Tumblr comes on the 18th, reading, "Alright, so I've been slacking hardcore and I am no longer in the loop. I heard that Georgie, haha, autocorrect, I'm totally keeping that in, is no longer making advice videos. Is this real life? Also I've heard, and noticed in my inbox, his fans are on a threat rampage. What have I missed? I can't do as much catching up as I'd like because I'm on my phone at work. Thanks in advance to anyone that helps." Also around this time, Greg uploaded a music video called Nobody Likes Onision on the 18th. He uploaded it on the 18th to his main channel. The song is about all the reasons Greg believes people dislike him on the internet and lists different online dramas he's gotten into. The music video consists of Greg singing in his backyard with his dogs. He eventually puts dark liquid over his eyebrows and slicks back his hair and sings shirtless. The video also has short clips of random things like Lainey's ring and his television. The song is currently available on iTunes. Something positive for Mr. Greg comes on June 26th. Lainey announced that they were pregnant with a picture of their baby bump on Tumblr, writing, "Newest addition to the family coming late December/early January." Later that same day, Lainey deleted the image and posted to Tumblr and Twitter, "Congrats guys, you officially lost all of your picture privileges. Good job. Thanks for being extremely rude." When asked why, Lainey replied, "People are and I'm not putting up with it." After going back and forth on the matter, Greg and Lainey decided to keep their child off the internet. For the first year, Lainey would talk about their child on social media and answer fans' questions that fans asked about them, such as their baby's appearance and their parenting decisions. After the first year, Lainey became more private with the information shared about their child, usually talking about things like their pregnancy and breastfeeding, but not directly talking about the child. Greg consistently kept quiet about the child, only occasionally mentioning he is a parent in jokes and during arguments/rants criticizing other parents or doctors. Greg also made a music video and song for his son. Also on the 26th, Greg hosted another live debate, this time with Shelby Pwns and longtime Onision critic Some Guy. In the stream, Onision completely butchers the audio, making it unwatchable.
Are you sure you don't have like a stream with the thing out at the same time?
Yeah.
Because
No, it's just okay. You know how audio sometimes scrambles when you have a certain type of connection.
Yeah.
Like it makes that noise. That's what you're doing.
It's not really making that echo.
And just somebody in here has their speakers up really loud, so whenever somebody says something, you can hear it.
That's a double-edged sword, though. If I don't have my speakers up, then I can't hear.
Do you have headphones you can use?
But I plugged it into the audio port, and they didn't register. It just kept playing over my speakers.
Okay.
I don't know.
You would have another set of headphones.
I just lost my train of thought.
Okay, well,
The point. No. What was I just saying? I want to finish this.
But besides messing up the audio, he went over his exes again.
People like to say, I started that. I was actually just clarifying what happened because she warped a lot of things in that, and it was really disturbing what the things that she warped because she made it sound like she was literally like somebody who didn't even know what sex was or anything like that. When in fact she was more experienced than I was. It's because she lied. She lied to get she guilt tripped me out of signing a prenup, and then she lied on the legal documents to obtain the final thing. If she got it fair and square, it wouldn't be a problem.
The day after this, New Media Rockstars published an article about Greg titled Onision, the definitive timeline of YouTuber's perfect villain. The article reads, Jackson is and continues to be one of the most reviled creators online. He has publicly feuded with some of the biggest creators on YouTube, while documenting various personal relationships imploding upon themselves with unflinching transparency. He's received such vitriol that he was once barred from attending VidCon for fear of personal harm coming to him or other attendees. Jackson is YouTube's perfect villain, a character out of a comic book who is loved and hated with equal amounts of ferocity. The title, YouTube's perfect villain, has been referenced by media when describing Greg since the article's release. Greg acknowledged it on Tumblr, writing, a tabloid-like site recently proclaimed me to be YouTube's official villain. Onision, gay rights, fully supports, defends them. Women's rights, fully supports, defends them. Animals, refuses to kill/eat them, stands up for them. Infants, refuses to condone cutting them, stands up for them. Domestic abuse victims, repeatedly defends them. Charity, donates all profits from Spreadshirt sales to them. Nonviolence, is a registered, conscientious objector. Marital status, lives with a wonderful wife and 2 loving dogs. Diet, vegetarian. Military status, honorably discharged after years of service. Drug history, straight edge. Contributions, has helped hundreds, if not thousands of people over the last 6 years survive suicide, recover from depression, stop self-harming, gain self-respect/self-esteem, and generally live a happier life. Call me what you like, but don't pretend as if I'm not the person I describe above. As if you do, you are completely wrong. So, I want to note that Greg had been making videos called Dog Thoughts throughout this year, and on the 30th of June, he uploaded a video titled Turtle Thoughts about his turtle Reptar. Also on this day, the 30th, the images of Greg and Lanybot's wedding leaked to the internet. And so, July rolls around. And sometime, date unknown, Shiloh hosted a Q&A. After a long period of silence about Greg and her social media, Shiloh and her friend hosted a Q&A video on July 2013. Much to her viewers and her friend's surprise, she refused to talk negatively about him. In the Q&A, she mentions that she wants YouTube videos that she's in to be removed, but someone, aka Greg, won't comply. When asked if Greg has harassed her after the breakup, Shiloh says she feels him talking about her all the time may be a form of harassment. When asked if she had anything to say for Taylor, she says she hopes she has a different experience than she had in the house. And if it's the same, I hope she has the common sense to run. A few days later, a second part of the Q&A was uploaded. When asked if Greg shaved her head to dehumanize her, she said, I don't know why he did half the things that he did. Later, she says, the truth is, half the shit that was on the internet shouldn't have been on the internet, but I got sucked into a world where I thought everything needed to be on the internet, and that's the only way to live, because that was my environment. On July 2nd, following Greg's trend of debating his detractors live, Greg challenged some guy, aka Stevie Wolf, and Repsion to a live debate. This is a post from the Onision drama Tumblr. Old Greggy just challenged Rep and some guy to a debate. I can't wait. Hope they accept. Greg wrote on his own Tumblr about Repsion's response to his challenge, writing, turned down an opportunity to debate someone live/unedited who you've been attacking for months. Doesn't matter your excuse. You're a coward. You can trash me when you're alone with your camera, but the moment I challenge you to take me on, still safe behind your computer, you run like a child. My respect for everyone I've debated thus far has risen, as they did what you were afraid to do. Don't attack people you can't even face in debate. I feel embarrassed for you. The day after Repsion refused to debate Mr. Onion, Onision made another announcement to his Tumblr that he will be debating Repzion as a sock. He writes,
Onision will debate Rep as a sock. Could someone post a list of all the points Rep has made in his videos about me in the past to onision.net/contact? Since he won't debate me, I'll just put a sock on my hand, argue his points as the sock, and then counter his points with the actual truth. See, you guys demand a debate between Rep and I don't ignore you or fail to rise to the challenge. I improvise, smiley face. It should be pretty funny. I'll make the sock look like him too. Yay!
A leaked email between Mr. Repzion and Mr. Onion also leaked around this time, in which Mr. Repzion says he does not want to debate Onision, to which Onision responds,
You are a coward. It is at least good to know you are out of my life forever.
To which Repzion responds, Are you breaking up with me? Sigh. Okay. The day after this, on the holy American holiday of Independence Day, Greg did debate with a sock. The Life of Onion writes about this event, saying, After challenging Greg to a debate, Mr. Repzion ended up backing out and their debate never happened. Greg decided the next best thing was to get a white sock, draw some eyes on it, plop some hair on the top, and name it Rep Sock. The best way I could describe this debate is, Onision, giggles, and strawmans.
You said that forced sex is not okay unless you two are married, in spite of how many times you say no.
Okay. I didn't... Okay. Okay, that was the video you're referencing, Repsock, who is a different person than me. It talks about, I'm not even going to defend it. It's a very stupid video in the sense that whatever message I was trying to communicate, it was messed up. And I don't agree with that video. It was a video I made a long time ago. And I wasn't implying, if somebody says no, that, like, if you're married, you don't have a right to say no.
So what you're saying is, it's okay to rape women.
No, I didn't say that at all. I know a lot of people like to say I say that, but it's not. I made lots of anti-videos, and I've been very against.
Onision thinks he's better than you.
Okay, is that why I collaborate with people with less subscribers than me on a regular basis? People who have only like 5,000 I've collaborated with multiple times?
He's a grown adult here.
I just want to say to all my reptiles, we're dinosaurs! Reptiles!
Okay, you gotta squeeze the booze.
Okay.
There's that.
And 2 days after Greg's live debate with his sexual partner, get it, his hand, Repzion uploaded a video titled Final Fall of Onision, where he directly talks about the back and forth between he and Greg.
It is abundantly clear that Greg does not want to talk to me, does not want to associate with me, wants nothing absolutely to do with me. To my surprise, when I logged on to my email, I had an email from the one and only Onision. Yes, he sent me an email saying, We'll be debating with you when you're ready. Give me a time.
And go over the debate that Greg had with his hand.
And this is where it gets the best, ladies and gentlemen. I said no, I will decline debating you. And rather than respecting my decision, he calls me a coward, which is perfectly fine. But on July 4th, he debated Rep Sock. What? Rep Sock? What the living hell's Rep Sock? Rep Sock is his hand with a sock imitating me. This man is a 27-year-old male who recently had a newly wedded 18-year-old wife who, on July 4th, Independence Day, sat in his room and debated a sock because I said no, I'm not interested.
In this video, we also learned that Onision had tried to fake some drama with YouTuber Amazing Atheist.
Onision was kind of a drama. I remember Onision tried to get me to appear on something called the Steve Wilkos Show, which is basically like the poor man's, I guess I should say the even poorer man's Jerry Springer. And I'm like, Onision, you and I have serious differences here, and you've done some things that I find to be really disgusting that you've never shown any sort of sincere atonement for. You've never really even acknowledged that the stuff you've done is f***ed up. And even now, you continue to defend your actions, even though, I mean, there's a clear pattern of you creating drama, of you continuously creating drama, continuously airing your dirty laundry in public, and now you want to do it on national TV.
Repzion closes the video by saying that he's completely done with Onision.
I'm done. You can't change. You will never change. Your mind is set in a 14-year-old boy male's body.
After this, Greg got his fans to spam Repzion on Twitter. I'm guessing Onision did this because the tweets towards Mr. Repzion were all very similar. All the same words saying, never ever go after someone's family. You should publicly apologize to Onision and his loved ones. On the 9th, Greg announced a new debate with 8+ chosen people. Greg writes on Tumblr, next Onision debate, 8+ people chosen. Next Onision debate, not Onision versus 4 after all. Instead, it will be myself and 8 other people at the same time. Amber Burton, K-Sig Flip, Springy HD, Take Shot Action, Swizzles 408, Eternal Sunny DYT, The Cult House, Ask a Gangsta, Mediator, Happy Cabby. Did you apply but didn't make the list? Here's why. 1. You didn't get enough people to vote for you / view your video. 2. You submitted a video that was uploaded prior to the most recent debate challenge video. 3. You didn't have a webcam. 4. It's a conspiracy and I'm part of the Illuminati. Good luck to Happy Cabby keeping this debate in order. It's gonna be cray. This never panned out, and on the 12th, Greg announced an update to his Tumblr writing, Debate Update. A couple of people have dropped out due to either them not being the center of attention or bad timing of the show. I announced that the debate would be me versus multiple people in the video they posted their video response to, but for some reason, I guess people still assumed it would be one-on-one. Sorry to hurt your ego. According to the Onision Drama Tumblr, this was the issue. Anonymous asked, was there anything great that happened in the last debate? And the answer was, I don't know, I haven't been watching them. What I gathered from the Onision tag is that he made fun of someone's accent, and there was a girl defending him. That's not very interesting information, and if anyone wants to fill us in, I'd appreciate it.
The next interesting piece on the timeline comes on July 14th. On July 14th, Shelby Taylor, a vocal online critic of Greg's, received an email with a picture of a handwritten letter attached. Her reception of the letter was received shortly after a public video chat debate between her and Greg, in which Greg sabotaged Shelby's audio, causing it to echo as Greg spoke over her with a grin. The sender of the email alleged that the woman who wrote the letter was her dead sister. The letter alleged that this sister was by Greg and suffered such severe PTSD that she tried to commit suicide, but botched it and went on life support. The sender alleges that the sister was taken off life support and died. No one has come forward to claim that they wrote the letter or that they were the original sender. Its authenticity has neither been confirmed nor disproven. Shelby stated that the timing of when she received the email was too suspicious. She believed that the email and the letter were a setup orchestrated by Greg. Here's Shelby's statement. She titled this, I'm glad the nail is in the coffin. I was never abused by Onision, but he sent his fans after me in droves in 2013 to call me every abusive name in the book after I uploaded a video making fun of him. One of them threatened to dismember me, eat my flesh, and kill my pet rabbit. There were several doxing attempts. He rigged a Google Hangout debate with me to make it seem like I invited a third party into the Hangout. I didn't. And as a result, he turned several of my allies against me as well. He also rigged the sound so that everyone could hear him crystal clear and my voice echoed, to the point where no one could even hear what I was saying. The second he invited the third party in, he ignored me in the debate for about an hour to talk to this person, who was a man. Just saying, it's clear at this point that he views women as objects. Around that time, I received an email from someone claiming that Onision had raped her sister, and that her sister had taken her own life as a result of it. This person sent me a picture of a suicide note. I have no doubt it was Greg trying to tug at my heartstrings to make me lose credibility by saying something about it. It worked. People thought I was a liar. I'm not. I hate to say it, but Onision was a huge part of why I left YouTube. He caused damage to my mental health that still isn't fixed all the way. So, as much as I hate to see how many women have been hurt by him, I'm so glad they're coming forward. Sky, Sarah, Shiloh, Ayala, Haley, Billy, and anyone else I'm missing, I'm so proud of you guys. Keep it up. A new girl appeared later that month named Anna. The Onision Drama Tumblr wrote about her in these two posts. One on the 18th read, anyone notice how quickly he took down the video of Anna twerking? Uh-oh, Lainey must not be very happy. And another on the 19th read, who is Anna and what has she been doing? Answer, I'm not 100% sure. She seems to be some girl that Gerg is making videos with, but he's been a bit inappropriate with her considering he's married. I haven't watched any videos with them, but I have seen images like this. Also, Lainey publicly stated that she thinks they were being inappropriate.
Discussion about Greg leaked onto another platform around the 23rd of this month, with him getting a topic on the website Pretty Ugly Little Liars, or POLL. Greg did another online debate with a group of men, and I want to note that unlike his debate with Shelby, who is a girl, he was respectful with these men, and this was on the 23rd.
Now, like I said, I think there's just a huge difference between haters and real criticism. So that's basically all I wanted to say.
I think you're really right, but at the same time, I think a lot of us have very sensitive egos, and we can't take that criticism, so we all automatically put it in the category of hater. I want to know what kind of is the basis for people being upset with other people, rather than just forever not understanding people who don't like me. I'd rather talk to them and resolve issues and try to figure out what's going on behind the other screen.
With August comes a new sketch. On the 3rd of August, Onision uploaded a video titled, Why I Hate My Girlfriend.
Hey, what are you doing?
Oh my god, you're home.
So, my best friend and my wife are about to have sex and I walk in on them. How awkward.
Hi, man. I'm just a human being, okay? Remember that. I can't control this. Yeah, it was an accident.
He also made digs at Sky, his ex-wife, about how she got money during their divorce.
Make her sign a prenup.
Okay, she says you don't love her if you remove money from the equation.
What?
Without a prenup, marriage is a binding of love and money. With one, it's just a binding of love. That's it.
That manipulative bitch!
Damn right.
Next, on August 7th, Greg uploaded the video, Davy Vanity. In the video, he made jokes about pictures of one of the Blood on the Dance Floor singers, Davy Vanity. The drama between Davy and Greg will continue over the year. A day after this, or around then, we find out Greg is having a boy, and that they are naming him after their favorite High School Musical character, Troy. Also around this time, Onision began doing a roast series. He roasted a variety of YouTubers, and on the 9th, or around then, Greg roasted Shane Dawson. I can't seem to find this video, if it still exists, but this became a big series for the rest of the year for Mr. Onion. On the 11th, Greg responded to people asking about he and either Shane or Sears' relationship. It's hard to keep up with all the people he ends friendships with. Greg posted his answer to his Tumblr. No, we are not okay. No, I will not collaborate with him. Also on the 11th, Greg uploaded a video titled, Blood on the Dance Floor Freaks Out. In it, he explained that he received a cease and desist from a representative from Blood on the Dance Floor, asking Greg to bleep out part of his video where he says Davy Vanity is a pedo. Greg explains that he will not touch his video because it was a joke. The rest of the video, Greg Googles pictures of Blood on the Dance Floor sucks. He tells his audience,
I would just like to close in saying I obviously made this video because I will not be bullied by people threatening to sue me because of me expressing my opinion and or telling a joke or just exercising my freedom of speech.
Greg also provided a summary of his conversation with Blood on the Dance Floor on his Tumblr. This is the conversation with the alleged Blood on the Dance Floor rep. Onision says, 1. The video is obvious satire. 2. The video is protected by freedom of speech. 3. The video is also protected by fair use. I did not lie at any point in the video, and I was repeatedly objective. If I felt I was wrong, I would take down the video. But what you're doing is the only thing that seems wrong here. The rep responds, there's no problem with anything aside from the fact that you referred to our client as a pet. If you wish to edit the video removing this, feel free to do so and re-upload. If you leave it in as it is, we will go to YouTube and file suit in addition to this. Onision responds, are you saying I can sue anyone I like for calling me a pedo? Even when they only minutes later state that it's an opinion, and that they themselves are not taking a stance. Bottom line, I made it clear I did not believe him to be one. You cannot sue someone for clearly jokingly calling someone a name. The entire video is based around comedy. Your request is unfair, and I don't feel you're in the legal right so long as freedom of speech exists. The rep responds, I'm not going to debate this on email at 1:45 in the morning. It's a clear defamatory piece. We defend our clients hard, and we will do the same here. I understand you may perceive it as one way, but we perceive it the other, and I have driven hard defamation suits. Please consider doing the right thing here. Which Onision responds, if that video is removed, hundreds of thousands of people will be informed of Davy Vanity's inability to take a joke, strong stance against freedom of speech, and clear disregard for our right to make satirical videos. If you are concerned with image, this is not something you should pursue. This is wrong, you are wrong, and thousands will know Blood on the Dance Floor censors people for telling jokes, if you do move forward with this frivolous legal action. Greg is actually kinda right here. Go figure. Greg has not made any updates on the subject since. Although most believe Greg's story, some people believe he may not have been contacted by a blood on the dance floor representative at all due to the abrupt halt on updates on the matter. Also, Greg himself didn't seem too sure if it was a legitimate representative, as he referred to them as alleged blood on the dance floor rep. Some doubters speculate Greg might have been contacted by a troll posing as a representative, while others think Greg made up the whole thing for drama. A day after this, after leaving his ex-wife, Sky, alone all year, he emailed her again on the 12th. Greg emailed Sky complaining that she didn't help him by calling the IRS, resulting in the loss of $6,600. He asked if he can pay her alimony in bulk for the second time. Also around the 12th, people began to notice Greg was attempting to look younger. Here is a post from the Onision Tumblr about it. Anonymous asked, "I was browsing through some of Onision's photos on Facebook, and I noticed something kind of unsettling. I'm sure this has been mentioned before, but have you ever noticed how young the Onion has become in his photos during the past couple of years? Not talking about special cream that takes you back to your younger days. I'm talking about straight up, I'm in love with a teen, so I'll become one in my photos, sort of aging. Freaky stuff, man. Haha." So I want to talk about something strange here. There was an account that was commenting on some guys, aka Stevie Wolf's, anti-Onision videos called Anti-Southern Movement. I saw people on the Onision drama Tumblr writing about it on the 13th of the month, which is the first mention I've seen on it. A user says, "So Greg was the anti-Southern guy? Funny thing is, his family is more white trash than any Southern family." And the Tumblr responded, "How do you know it was him? What did I miss? I've been really curious about that situation." I'm not sure when the discovery of this channel happened. Some guy, 827, at some point did a video looking into it, but I cannot pinpoint the date some guy, aka Stevie, posted this, as he yeeted all of his older videos off of YouTube.
But this is just weird to me, that it's an anti-Southern channel with nothing but old Onision videos on it. And to be really honest, these are all kind of like videos that he's deleted, that he would only have access to, so it's only led me to believe that you have a serious problem with Southern people.
Tragedy will strike Greg's cold-blooded friend the next day, on the 14th. Pause for a second. I will be referring to Onision's pet as a turtle for this segment. I know it is technically a tortoise, but because Onision himself often refers to it as a turtle, that is what I will be doing. Greg started that day by deciding to give his turtle, Reptar, some sun. Innocent, right? Since his dogs, Dob and Lilu, were also in the backyard, Greg made the decision to leave Reptar under a plastic bin so the dogs would not bother him. A few hours later, Greg returned to the bin to find that Reptar had passed. Greg announced Reptar's death with an Instagram photo of the bin Reptar died under. In the Instagram post, Greg explained that Reptar was a desert turtle, so the heat could not have killed him. He also mentioned that the tub had enough air. Later that day, Greg posted a picture of himself mourning Reptar's death next to his tank. In the description, he guessed Reptar might have died from panic due to loud noises in the neighborhood. He announced he buried Reptar in a safe place where his dogs won't be able to get to him. Greg also uploaded a video that day about Reptar's passing to his archive channel called Sad News. In that video, he announced Reptar's death and went into detail about how he decided to put Reptar under the bin.
But here's what happened. Today it's a high of 75. I just asked my wife what it was. She told me today's forecast was cloudy with a high of 75. So obviously, if you put a turtle outside, they're not going to get overheated.
He said people saw his Instagram photos about it and decided to rip him apart.
Quite a few people jumped on the opportunity to rip me apart, which sucked. You know, it sucks when you just lost a pet that's really important to you, a pet that you care a lot about, and then people just try to rip you apart.
Greg estimated that he left Reptar under the bin for about 2 hours. He said he talked to someone, and they think either the turtle died from a panic attack from loud noises or due to Greg's ignorance and stupidity. He questioned how could it have been ignorance and stupidity.
And it was very noticeable, the sounds, and it was surrounded by light. We're just thinking that maybe the turtle had a panic attack or something. That or I killed the turtle through ignorance and stupidity. Anyway, the point, I don't know how that's ignorance and stupidity. I mean, I clearly thought this through.
Greg says he feels like crap after he buried Reptar. He decided not to get another turtle because he believes he lost his right to own another turtle.
I feel like crap for it. You know, I had to bury my turtle today. So, I'm not going to get another turtle. I feel like I've basically completely ruin my rights to own a turtle.
These two Instagram photos and videos set off a series of events that led to what is known as Turtlegate. Greg has since deleted both of these posts from Instagram and Tumblr. Many people became outraged at Reptar's death, as it was very apparent he was killed from being under the bin for hours. Many people began pointing this out to him. He replied by stating he would not be sharing anything about his personal life anymore. He said he is tired of being judged by hypocrites. The next day, Greg uploaded, "Using witnesses, reason, and the facts." After uploading his video, Greg began to defend himself from everyone in the Onision drama tag talking about Reptar. He said most people judging him for possibly killing Reptar are meat eaters, so they are all hypocrites. After posting several more times about Reptar, Greg announced once again he will no longer be sharing his personal life or family due to people blaming him for the death of Reptar. After going on a few rants on Tumblr, Greg uploaded the video, "Commenters going full to his archive channel. In the video, he says he is upset at the reactions he got from his last video. He talked about how meat eaters can't judge him.
And the reason I say they're profoundly stupid is because these people that are talking about animal cruelty are meat eaters. Like, do you understand what it takes to get your steak to your plate?
In the video, he said it was only a high of 81 degrees Fahrenheit.
I put a turtle in a large plastic container which had air coming in underneath of it, and it was only, it apparently was a high of 81? I don't know, I was told it was 75, but apparently it was a high of 81.
A chill day. He then compared himself to a child.
Do you blame a child for doing this thing? Why don't you blame the child? Because they don't know any better, right? You don't blame a kid because they don't know any better. Obviously, I didn't know any better.
He also said the turtle could not have been overheated because when he purchased it, it was under a heat lamp. He ends the video by saying if you're a vegan, you can judge him.
So anyway, to all the fucking morons who are blaming me for this, you better be a vegan, because if you're not a vegan, you're full of shit. Vegans, have at me. Seriously, you are holier than thou. But these idiots who go to McDonald's every day, who go to Burger King every day, and then come to me going, oh, you're an animal abuser, you guys are stupid. Incredibly stupid. Like, ridiculously, I'm surprised that you graduated high school if you are even out of high school yet. Stupid. That's how dumb you are.
Then he uploaded a video August 17th called This is Retarded. And then again on the 17th, he uploaded a video called Onision Proven Innocent. # apologize to Onision to his archive channel.
It's a Russian tortoise, not a desert tortoise, but guess what that means? It means that the basking temperature of a tortoise that I had, look it up. Look up Russian tortoise and you'll see a turtle that looks like the tortoise I had. Sorry, I just keep saying turtle, it's just easy. Anyway, that is the same turtle, Russian tortoise, right? Okay, the basking temperature for a Russian tortoise is 95 degrees. It was a high of 81 the day in which my tortoise died. You guys owe me a apology. You do. All y'all smurfs. You don't even deserve names, you're just smurfs.
People had conspiracy theories at this time that he purposely killed his turtle for attention. I'm not sure though. This is a post from the drama Tumblr that reads, title, Cooked Turtle Conspiracy. I think Onion purposely killed his turtle. What 30-year-old man would accidentally kill his turtle by leaving it out in direct sunlight? Derp. He probably did so that he could later Tumblr and Facebook about it and receive negativity and attention. He wanted this because he could then have a motive to not include details on his personal life, which would mean he wouldn't have to update people on Lainey's pregnancy. Onion didn't want to update people because Lainey isn't actually preggers. It's all a scam. Just a theory though. Along with cooking his turtle on the 14th, Greg also released a video called Hannah Minx. In a previous part, I discussed how Onision and a YouTuber called Hannah Minx had a brief online relationship. The Life of Onion Wiki writes about this video. On August 14th, 2013, a couple of months before Hannah Minx left YouTube, Greg uploaded a roast video about her titled Hannah Minx Censored. In the video, Greg searched for pictures under Miss Hannah Minx is an idiot and comments and makes jokes about them.
Go ahead and roast a friend of mine. Hannah Minx will say is an idiot. Okay, so there is a lot of censorship that needs to be done. Oh my god.
Also around this time, one of Onision's roast videos got removed for harassment. This one was about Joey Corsefa. Greg took to Tumblr and Facebook writing, if you love the roast I do on the Speaks channel and want them to continue, I need your help. The latest video was hit with a community violation strike, despite me showering Joey with compliments in the end of the video and in the description. The video was clearly satire. Regardless, if you want the series to keep going, please email YouTube/tweet at them to have the video video restored. The negative view of Greg was escalating due to the turtle incident during this time. According to the Onision drama Tumblr, the Onision tag on that particular social media platform was littered with people talking about the turtle. Also, on the 17th of the month, Greg posted another damage control video titled YouTuber, Entertainer, Not Boyfriend. He has privated the video since then, but the description read, "I don't watch YouTubers to have personal relationships with them. I watch them to be entertained / have a good time. Don't most people do that? I do care about bananas, but ... most of them." The drama of Onision's roast video being removed continued to dwell in Greg's head, and therefore Greg uploaded another video on this day called No More Roasts. In the video, he goes into what happened with his roast and what he plans to do in the future.
Okay, well here's the new Onision Speaks channel. Just complete silence. Because this is what you want. No jokes.
Fun fact, Greg really didn't make any jokes, at least in my opinion, before or after this announcement. Well, this didn't last, because then the next day, Greg announces he's doing a roast series. He posted to Facebook writing, "Finally did it again," and posted a video called Onision Roast, #Onision Beatdown on WWE. A lot of the comments were about him roasting his own turtle. And he continued the very next day with his roast theme, but instead of a roast, he made a toast. He made 2 of these toast videos. The first one was on August 19th, titled Black Veil Bride's Toast. He praised the lead singer, Andy Biersack, a great deal in the video.
Oh, that's a handsome man. Seriously, I love that these guys are actually attractive under their makeup.
Greg got some positive attention from this, and as time passed, his obsession with Andy Biersack will begin to border worrying later in the timeline. Greg's turtle drama continued, and Greg uploaded a video on the 20th of the month that Animal Control visited him. In the video, he said they were cool people, and then he ended it.
And we're just generally wonderful people. So that was really cool. Okay, so bye!
On the 22nd, YouTuber Don't Stand So Close to Me uploaded a video titled Onision Proven Guilty, #Apologize to Everyone. In the video, they go through Greg's proven innocent video and proceeded to go over how it was likely due to Greg's actions that the turtle died. They went over the temperatures and the facts that Greg used in his own video and why it is not something that proved him innocent. The most interesting part of the video is that they reviewed facts about Russian turtles, which is what Greg had, and how lifting them in the air causes them stress while playing footage of Greg doing said actions with his pet. Greg uploaded a video titled A Professional Review about the turtle on the 24th, where he tells his audience that what everyone was saying, that Greg most likely was the reason the turtle died, was the truth.
I just wanted to let you know the result of animal control coming. He said that putting a reptile in a plastic tub, even though it is 80 degrees out or whatever, could release gases in the tub that would cause a reptile to potentially die. So that's pretty hard to argue with. Though oxygen may be coming beneath the tub, you still have the gases being released. So even though I thought about oxygen, even though I thought about heat and all that, it didn't even for a second consider a chemical reaction, and that was my stupid fault.
Off to September. September 3rd, or around them, it seems like Seer and Onision were back to being friends again. Seer tweeted at Greg, @Onision, "Craig is bad," to which Greg replied, @Seer, "Context is good." On the 3rd, Greg also uploaded a video titled Onision News Show. The video opens up with text reading, "This news program has jokes and opinions in it. Do not watch it." It's just more damage control and defensiveness. People accusing Greg of being into underage girls must have gotten to him because the video starts out with Greg strawmanning anyone who criticized his past relationships and age gaps.
Our top story tonight is the question, is Onision a pedophile? A quick search on the internet will show you that he is in fact a pedophile. Apparently he left his wife for a 17-year-old girl, which makes him a bona fide child predator. So, excuse me? Hello? What do you mean the store is 2 years old? Right, but he still is a pedophile, right? Okay, thank you.
Greg pretty much just insults a bunch of YouTubers more popular than him after this, an obvious sign of jealousy.
Right, so here's a picture of Jenna Marbles. I'm going to give you 5 seconds to guess her age. Go ahead. If you guess 47, you guess the same thing I did. Unfortunately, Edo, elephant in the room, she's 26.
Then he kind of acknowledges his bitterness as an attempt at humor, but really, in my opinion, it fell short.
Hello, random viewer on the street, what do you think?
Yeah, I was wondering how you could sit there with that smug little smirk on your face, ripping on other YouTubers when we all know that they're way more talented than you are, they're way more entertaining than you are, they're way more popular than you are, and the only reason that you're acting like a right now is because you're jealous of them, and if anyone should get the off the internet, it's you, because you're a piece of shit sucker who shouldn't even fucking open his mouth because he has nothing fucking important to say. You fucking Thank you.
Hey, guess what? You.
The next day, or around then, Greg posted a video of his ultrasound. Of Lainey's ultrasound. The video was removed, but we know about this due to post to the Onision drama Tumblr. This might be the same video, but next on Onision's timeline from the Life of Onion wiki, there's an entry that reads, Greg uploads a video complaining about a doctor that wanted to do an extensive test on he and Lainey's soon-to-be child for Down syndrome. On the 5th, Greg uploaded a video announcing he hit 1 million subs, which turned out not to be the case. According to an entry on the drama Tumblr, Anonymous asked, Onion didn't hit 1 million. He made a video pretending as if he did, but at the end of it, he made it clear the entire video was a joke. He was just mocking all other YouTubers who make videos thanking their fans at the 1 million mark. He's still not there yet. After reading the description in the screenshot, I guess he's doing the opposite, thanking himself as a joke. He probably has been waiting and waiting to make this video, and just gave up waiting for it to happen. He's been talking about the 1 million for a while. The description of the video read, OMG, the day is not actually finally here. I'm so amazed I've come so far, and it's all thanks to me and no one else. Yay. Special thanks to my wife for filming. Greg here is like, I'm totally not bitter at all about people being more successful. Some drama hit the Onision forums on the 8th, according to the Onision drama Tumblr. An entry reads, Onision's forum has been up and down all day. They've been DDoS attacked 5 times so far. Each time, they've been down about an hour. The story? Rag Reynolds was banned from the forums and started his own. Not 20 hours later did a moderator from Onision's forum DDoS attack him and shut him down. He then bragged about it on the forums and was demodded and banned for doing something illegal. Now he's out to get Onision's forums. On the 10th, Onision posted several videos defending himself to Repsion, a 3-part video series called You Were Lied To. The first video in the series showed some actually decent defense. That is that Repsion had repeatedly admitted to wanting to debate Onision and then acted like he never did. But that is where Greg being right ends.
Tell you, Rep. During my live debates, there are multiple witnesses seeing you challenge me to a debate. Here's a screenshot of you challenging me during the debates. Here's the email where you said you never challenged me. Here's you supporting a petition to debate me. This is black and white evidence that you lied. He literally says that he has never asked to debate me yet again. Blatantly lying to you guys. I don't even know if he removed it from his Facebook yet. But guess what? This man is sticking with his lie. It's amazing. Because if he hasn't removed it from his Facebook yet, you can go over there now, scroll down, and you'll see him literally challenging me to a debate.
He's obviously very angry in this video, especially about Repsion showing his public marriage record.
You also took my marriage certificate and threatened to release it to a hate site. It was already available to the public. However, a marriage certificate on a legal site versus a marriage certificate on a hate site are 2 very different things. But the reality is, in your actual videos, you linked my marriage certificate, which means you not only pulled me under the bus, but my wife as well, who, by the way, hasn't done anything to anybody. My wife and my family do not deserve this stress, and yet you have flung it upon them. Innocent people. This is part of why I've never wanted to talk to you, because your behavior has disgusted me so much. You have behaved as a person who has no morals. It's as simple as this. If you have a problem with somebody, have a problem with them. Do not go after family. I don't know who your family is. I don't care to know who your family is, because it is none of my business.
The next video mostly focuses on Greg defending himself for using jokes.
He then takes a clip from my live debate with SG where I said I haven't made a video making fun of. If you're going to criticize comedy, then you're just like every other person who has written Family Guy angry about their jokes. I personally have made video after video after video saying how horrible I think is. It never made a video on my main channel about. You, of course, decide to ignore this fact and pretend as if what I said was a blatant lie. I was put on the spot on a live debate, and I indicated to the best of my knowledge I had never made a comedy video about. Hopefully you'll get this information. I have made jokes.
He says so much in just this one short video. He also defends the criticism Repsion had for him that he had not given Stevie Wolf enough preparation for a debate they previously had.
Rep then points out that I challenged SG on the spot, and he's criticizing me for not giving him time to prepare. Guess what? SG was well aware that all these debates were going down, and I myself didn't even know that I was going to challenge SG that night. It wasn't fair for SG to be challenged on the spot. Every single question I was asked, I was challenged on the spot. SG being unavailable to provide evidence of his questions that he chose to ask. In your opinion, makes him completely innocent of any failures on his part. So in that, I'm completely innocent of any failures on my part, considering he did not warn me that he was going to ask these questions.
He emphasizes one point throughout all the videos as well. That point is that Repsion is shameful for going after his family.
I can't emphasize enough how shameful that is. You never go after someone's family.
Finally, in the last part, he informs his audience that he got one of Repzion's videos taken down.
He then proceeds to say that him making 13 plus videos about me, it is plus because one of them were removed, it's actually 14 videos to the best of my knowledge. And the reason his video was removed is because he posted a link to a site which displayed my wife's full name. Again, bringing innocent people into his disagreements with other people.
He emphasizes that if Repzion had problems with him, that the younger YouTuber should have privately emailed him.
And also, if you really wanted me to think differently, why not face me in a live debate? Or as you indicated you preferred, a discussion. If your interest was truly about changing my mind, you would have just emailed me. You wouldn't have made any of this public. You know it's not about me.
He proceeds to accuse Repzion of sharing Lainey's private information, such as Lainey's real name.
He then says he thought he can make a dent in my life. Guess what? You made a dent in my life. Congratulations. You tried to rip apart my family. Congratulations. You posted innocent people's full names to hate sites. Congratulations. However, I'm still waiting for you to say that you were wrong for contacting my in-laws. I'm still waiting for you to apologize for going after my wife, going after my family, posting innocent people's names to hate sites.
But their name had been online for quite some time. Greg then rants something that I personally think is on point with how the internet was viewing him at this time.
There are so many people weighing against me right now. Really, the only thing you had to do to win the debate is show up. You could have some of the worst points in the world. You could look like the biggest fool. And as the debates prior to the most recent one have shown, I can be aggressive and I'm automatically a monster. If the other person's aggressive, they're a hero. I can be calm and collected and people say I got pwned. I can stand up for myself and people still say I lose. The reality is that nothing was holding you back from those debates other than your fear. The fear of having an actual discussion with the person's life you tried to ruin. The fear of having the actual truth come out. But guess what? Even if the truth did come out in that debate, you still would have won because that's how strongly people hate me.
He then suicide baits a lot.
He then calls me a narcissistic psychopath. Let's look those definitions up, shall we? A narcissist is someone who has an inflated idea of their own importance. If you care about the truth, I encourage you all to watch my Draw My Life and find out what a narcissist I truly am. Or to save you time, I'll summarize. In that video, I broke into tears after saying I am nothing without my audience. I revealed that I had such a lack in self-importance that I almost killed myself.
I mean, a lot.
I did once suffer from a chronic mental disorder. When I was in the Air Force, I was diagnosed with chronic depression. This is shortly after I put a loaded 9mm to my own head and said, if you don't make something of your life is essentially over.
Despite Greg whining that he never does anything to bait drama, Greg uploaded a video on September 11th called 9/11 Fails. The reception was not positive. The description of the video read, "Did you hear about the 9/11 attacks? Because it happened like 12 years ago. So, really? Here is an example of some of the comments. No wonder you didn't promote this video. It's disgusting and distasteful. You're such a sick person, Greg." Greg continued his little comedy skits throughout the months. For example, on the 19th of September, he uploaded another installment of his 10 Things video series entitled 10 Things I Hate About Ghosts. It is, well... How many views did this get? 1 million? Surely nobody found this funny. Surely. What the f***? 2013 was so dumb. He also uploaded another video around this time titled 10 Things I Hate About Teens, which, let's be fair, his wife was a teen at the time. Due to the drama ramping up, on the 25th of the month, Lainey announced that she would no longer post baby bump pictures for the second time. Oh, and remember how I said Onision and Seer were okay? Well, it seems like they had another falling out on this day. This one also included Shane Dawson and D Fizzy. This drama was somewhat resolved the next day, at least with D Fizzy and Shane. Greg tweeted, "Thank you, at D Fizzy and at Shane Dawson for your emails, apologizing. As for at Seer, your response, seriously, after all I did for you? At Seer, I've given so much for our friendship. You always knew when you hung out with me, everything was paid for, and good times were inevitable. At Seer, I respond to you when you write me. I answer the phone if you ever call. I'm there for you, even when we're arguing. But you, nope. At Seer, Shane and D Fizzy apologize, and those two haven't taken even a tiny fraction of what you have from me. That says a lot." Funny enough, there's a tweet that Damon Fizzy tweeted around this time saying, "At Shane Dawson, I love you, man. Less than 3. And this caused Greg to snap at them again. He writes, "At D Fizzy, at Shane Dawson, you said that to me a while back on Twitter too. You should really stop abusing the word." Greg got so butt mad about this tweet, he uploaded a video to his Encore channel on the 26th titled, "I don't love you, and that's okay." He's seething all day on Twitter, I swear. Sear, no longer under Greg's control at this time, also posted a video that day titled Talking to Myself Challenge, where he obviously threw shade at his former friend.
Oh, by the way, I love you guys. I'm not in love with you guys, but I love you in a sense of where I appreciate you and I appreciate our relationship.
Then, Greg created another new channel on that day, this one called the Onision channel. It's just too many freaking channels. And after this, he continued to freak out on D-Fizzy and Shane on social media. On the 27th, around that time, Greg posted this to Facebook. I don't love people I've never met. YouTubers saying they love you is bull. Wake up. And get this, a day after that, on the 28th, Greg made a blog post about D-Fizzy, Sear, and Shane Dawson, accusing them all of being horrible friends. At some point after this, Greg and Sear would make up once more. On the 30th, Greg made another 10 Things video. This one was, I hate people, 10 things I hate about people. Nothing interested was said in it, and I had to watch it to see if he snapped at any of his exes or his ex-friends or people criticizing him. Also on the 30th, he posted a stupid 3-minute video called That's Racist, where Greg tried to fulfill that comedian label he likes to use and, in my opinion, failed.
I can't believe that white power was ever a thing. Like, how? White power! Guys, do you realize they're better at sports than you? Like, where's your power exactly?
We now move into October. Greg started the month by telling us he won't be sharing personal stuff. Again, and this time it's no more updates about his baby. Someone asked him on Tumblr about updates, to which he responded, Nope, we trusted people to treat an innocent with respect, and our trust was abused. Our unborn child was mocked, death was wished upon them, and other insane things were posted/spread, so no pictures, videos, or updates. And if you want someone to blame, you can look at all the soulless, obsessive freaks who run the hate blogs/sites/channels. Oh, and also I saw around the 8th of the month, Greg made this totally hilarious Inception meme. Onision is a horrible person who should be banned from the internet. Is that why he donated thousands to charity, consistently makes videos daily for his fans, used his own experience with suicide to help others, responds to fan messages regularly, is always there for his friends/family, is a loyal/loving husband to his wife, doesn't do drugs/drink/smoke, leading by example, inspires people to be whatever they wish to be, unlike 99% of YouTubers, sells his merch to his fans at no profit so they get the best deal, and is one of the most real/honest people online, refusing to lie even when it makes him look bad to those who don't know him. Greg made a bad optics video on this day as well, titled Onision, YouTube Villain, where he starts the video off in a way I would not recommend.
What's up, guys? There is this crazy popular belief that I am a sexual predator.
He then talks about again.
Onision, a win for Greg is a win for people who, wow, really? Now, let me be clear, America. It is never the victim's fault. So to say that I support rape is to say stupid things from your mouth. All right, glad we have that cleared up.
And then he closed the video saying he couldn't find any memes about him being a
All right, well, I couldn't find any Greg's a pedophile memes, unfortunately. So I guess that was just a video about...
Lovely. In part 3, I talked about Greg saying it's okay to do stuff with your wife, even if she says no. And I guess people were still criticizing him for that, and Greg can't let anything go. So on the 9th, he posted a long explanation about his views on Tumblr, writing, You've always said was wrong unless you're married. Then it's okay for your spouse to do whatever they want to you, even if you don't want to. Yeah, that's not supporting at all. Greg responded to that, writing, That is not at all what I said. I said if you are married, you should be willing to do whatever with the person you're married to. And if you're not, you should seek counseling or not be together. If your husband or wife makes you uncomfortable, let them know and they should respect your boundaries. Bottom line, the video you're thinking of was misquoted to shit and completely taken out of context. Never did I say it's okay for your husband to rape you. The point of that entire video was to question why someone would be married but sexually reclusive. My conclusion? Tell them you need to go to marriage counseling and that you don't want to do anything with them at that moment. Being married does not equal no longer means no. Never said that either. No always means no. This. This is why I don't do advice videos. Idiots freak out over nothing. You see me make 40+ anti-videos, and the moment I say something that you can twist to make me look bad, you twist the shit out of it. Seriously, all of you hateful shitheads who watch me despite hating me. You make no sense. If you don't like me, simple, off. Alright. Greg continued his truly enlightening Onision Speaks videos. On the 12th, with a video called Depression. It was another short video where he Googles a word and then makes jokes in front of a green screen of the results of the Google search. Nothing was too interesting, except that he suicide baits again.
When I was depressed, I felt like I was trapped in a situation which there was no way out of. I wanted to die. But then I found YouTube, and I started focusing all my energy on that instead of what was making me upset. And then everything got better. Yay!
Greg continued his typical victim-blaming shit on his Tumblr on the 14th, when someone asked about being bullied, to which Greg answers, "A lot of things will only bother you as much as you let them." With words, in many ways, we ourselves are responsible for the impact they have on us, as many of them we could ignore if we really wanted to. Next, Greg made another talk-sing video for his main channel on October 17th, called Lainey and Greg Another Day. It was really similar to that other video from earlier in the year, and I guess he had no other ideas. Lainey also turned a whole 19 years old on that day. It's quiet for the rest of the month, but on the 26th, Greg emails Alicia offering to hang out and play video games. Alicia, again, doesn't respond. And also, for some reason, at the end of the month, Greg posted pictures on social media about allegedly crying over something, probably for sympathy. Greg attempted to woo the lead singer of Black Veil Brides once again, and we closed the month with him posting Andy's 6th toast on the 29th of October to get some emo dick.
That guy's super cute. Is that Andy? Look how pretty he is. He reminds me of this girl I was attracted to in high school. Like, if you put boobs on that, I'd be like, hey.
So we are on to November. And on the 14th marks the 1-year anniversary of his second marriage. Greg writes to Tumblr, "Officially married 1 full year. Best year of my life. Less than 3. Greg also uses the day of his anniversary to accuse Shiloh of stalking him. This was posted to the Onision drama Tumblr. Greg posted to Google+, writing, "A Canadian stalked an American entertainer. ... Nice." And apparently this was related to a video, because the Onision drama Tumblr writes, "A wonderful video where Onion accuses the Canadian ex of stalking him when he does not shut the fuck up about his exes. Gotta expect the hypocrisy in any Onion video. I hope Canadian ex slams you on her upcoming album, because she's way more famous than you." I also like the shout out he gave to a hater at the beginning of the video. "I'm sorry about your health insurance problems. Must be hard with incoming baby, sad face. You know you had total free healthcare when you were in the military. Kinda glad they kicked you out. I still love watching you talk about politics when you know jack all about anything." Oh, and Greg did a text interview on the 14th. It's really all standard canned Onision answers. He even managed to suicide bait in it, and talk about how he was depressed for sympathy pats. Next, on the 25th, Greg posted a video claiming he got a new girlfriend. It's obviously a joke, but I think he had to find other co-stars, because Lainey is shy and had 0 screen presence. People began to immediately warn his new fake girlfriend of Onision. Someone wrote on Facebook, "Wow, if this is your new boyfriend, then you are screwed." On or around the 27th of November, Greg let Lainey and their friend Selena go live on his channel. I say around because Greg privated the video while I was writing this, and I had to grab it from an archive website. It was a boring Q&A with Lainey and Selena. Lainey's obviously uncomfortable and not a performer. It starts off with Greg being super boring, and the two teens giggling and playing with their hair.
Just like that. It's like, wait, what happened to all the other ones?
Here's my Twitter.
Here's my Twitter.
Here's my Twitter.
Here's my Twitter.
A few interesting takeaways. Lainey talks about her marriage with Greg.
How do you feel about marrying young?
I wanted to. This is why I got married, so obviously I don't have a problem with it.
Selena and Lady are very, very close throughout the entire stream.
What makeup do you use? You look fabulous.
I use some Neutrogena.
Onision, how do you deal with, Selena, how do you deal with Onision slamming omnivores?
Greg asks Lainey if he is good in bed, and Lainey answers,
How is Greg in bed, Lainey?
Great.
Really? Is that just a Freudian slip, or?
No, I was answering the question.
I just think it's interesting you actually answered.
Okay. No wonder they stayed together. We also found out Lainey lost 25 pounds in the year while dating Gurgles.
Lainey, how'd you lose 120 pounds?
I didn't lose 120 pounds. I lost about 25 pounds. And it just, not eating meat definitely made a difference. And then, I don't know, it just kind of started to happen. And then I went a week where I just kind of drank Ensure. Because Why not?
Do you like
They were not at an unhealthy size before, and note, throughout the year, Lainey had been posting worrying things, as well as thinspiration on social media, and as I mentioned in part 3, Regina, their friend, would later explain that Lainey had an eating disorder, and would often only eat Tic Tacs. Lainey and Selena did another live on the 30th, according to my notes, but Craig privated this as well, and it's not on the archive. As well as this, Lainey went to the hospital on or around this date, and then Greg posted a picture of her on the bed with the caption, "She found out I'm gay and tried to kill herself. LOL. Jealous much?" Oh, and while that was happening, Greg posted a video about the drama he had with the Amazing Atheist. An anonymous person posted on November 30th onto the Onision drama Tumblr, writing, his new video about the Amazing Atheist, and calling him out, where he says, he loves me so much, he actually shoved a banana up his butt on camera. Like, I don't necessarily agree with everything the Amazing Atheist says, but Jesus, TJ is probably embarrassed enough by that, even now. Greg doesn't need to remind him. I don't think TJ Kirk gave a shit about it. Greg might have privated this video as well. He posts so many videos and has been going on a privating spree as of late. Greg started the next month, December, with another video addressing his drama, again. And on the 2nd, he uploaded Onision Cornered and Exposed, with that Asian girl that he was pretending to be his girlfriend in that previous video I talked about. Yeah. They addressed that people had been contacting her about Greg being a psychopath and play it up as a joke.
So we're here to tell the world about how terrible person you are.
So someone contacted you?
Very many.
Very many people contacted you. And what did they say? What kinds of things did they say?
You're an abuser.
I'm an abuser.
Yes, what do you have to say about that? Child abuse? Animal abuse?
I have abused children. Okay.
So what about your wife? How many times have you hit her?
Okay, here's the deal. I am completely insane. And everyone I work with doesn't know it. None of them detect it.
No. How good was your turtle? Headed for soup, right?
How does this change our relationship now that they've warned you about what a terrible person I am?
Let's start filming! Yeah!
All right.
High five! Yeah!
Oh,
let's do this!
Wonder where she went. I guess Greg got more criticism, so he uploaded a video titled Horrible Monster Onision the next day, where he uses his character Rod Danger as a straw man for his critics once again. In the video, Rod watches a, quote, comedy, unquote, video Onision made and overreacts to it, as if that is what his critics literally do.
You won't shut the up.
Wow, okay, you just said he won't shut the F up. It is not okay to talk to a baby that way. Seriously, if you ever laugh at anything dark, just go to
Bravo Gerg, brave and strong. On December 4th, Greg uploaded a video called Cutters. People were obviously not happy about it, and Greg took to his Facebook to whine. Greg writes, "My Cutters video made people lose their minds on Tumblr. Must be they want me to make another. Pat yourselves on the back. You earned it." The response to the comments were mixed. Even though I can't find the original video, I can deduct from watching response videos and the reactions to him on social media that he yet again probably blamed victims. This time, those who suffer from mental illness. Shocker. Because Greg and Lainey were expecting a child soon, Greg uploaded a video titled Onision Baby? ? Explanation point on the 7th, where he holds a fake baby Troy and says he is responding to the hate blogs for making fun of him. Then he falls on the fake baby. It's like comedy gold. Oh, and then he kicks the fake baby like a football. I wish someone pointed out to every early YouTuber, making a comedy video isn't just screaming, yelling, and being LOL. So random. I'm actually surprised Greg didn't private this video because of the recent drama where his daughter, wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. Greg got noticed by the media again on the 10th of December with an article from The Colonel called YouTube's Most Troubled Star. He went from appearing on Tosh.0 to having articles written about his madness. No more positive media attention for Mr. Onion. The article opens with, "They say that absolute fame corrupts absolutely." Well, that may well be true in the case of the turbulent life of internet star Gregory Onision Jackson, 28. Fame has merely served to amplify his existing faults. Since he began to broadcast his life on YouTube in 2006, Onision has attracted millions of fans and generated enormous controversy. Here's why. The article continues. Onision began with zany comedy sketches that attracted the attention of legions of young girls on YouTube. But in the pursuit of hits to earn advertising revenue, his antics quickly became bizarre and disturbing. A particular note is his alter ego Chibi, who is Onision dressed in a wig and a bright red shirt. Chibi's Cinnamon Challenge video sees the YouTube star laughing and giggling as he vomits up chunks of powder, tears streaming from his eyes. "Thanks for watching, remember to subscribe," he says as more clumps of cinnamon pours out of his mouth. What is interesting about this article is that it goes into Onision's cult under a section entitled Narcissism, which is a possible personality disorder many people think Greg has. The section, Narcissism, concludes with, "Since his former life as the leader of a religious cult was uncovered, Onision has sought to hide references to it from the internet, going so far as to pursue legal action against other YouTube users and banning members of his official forum. These days," he says, "I'm not sure how a reasonable person could consider it a cult, as it has no leader, nor requires any financial/other contributions." The article continues to go through the insane relationship with his Canadian ex, Shiloh, that I talked about in detail in part 2. And then it goes into a section entitled Unstable, which starts out reading. As well as his main YouTube channel, Onision also maintains accounts including Onision Speaks, a place for him to publish rants and more personal videos. Perhaps the most notorious of these is Me and My Zits, which sees a shirtless Onision flexing his muscles and screaming to silence his haters. The next section details how Greg's obsessed with morbidity titled Obsessed with Death, and talks about the turtle death incident. The final section of this article is titled Hope, saying that, despite the controversy that follows him, Onision appears to have settled down and found happiness with yet another young, obsessed fan. The article ends hoping that Greg will be happier with his young wife, but then adds details about the video of him pretending to kill his newborn son, writing, "To leave you with one final example, this is a spoof video posted on his main YouTube channel, in which he pretends that their baby has already arrived, but is accidentally killed. Onision, covered in the blood of his newborn baby, flees out of the backyard at the end of the video." I'm not going to leave a spoiler here. Taylor, Lanybot, Kai, marriage to them didn't help Greg settle down. Greg got another form of attention that day too, by making it to the top of Reddit r/cringe for his attempt at humor that turned out to just come off as unfunny and racist. The post that made it to the top was titled, "Popular YouTuber tries to be funny while being incredibly racist." Also, probably on the 11th, Greg uploaded a video about a bulimia. He's privated that video since, and neither the Wayback Machine nor any archive I've looked at has it saved. But it seemed to be titled, 5 minutes on bulimia. I can get at least an idea of what it was like from this Onision drama Tumblr post, which read, Anonymous asked, "Onision made a video about bulimia. After 6 seconds of watching it, I hurried up and closed the tabs. Does he absolutely think this is the way of helping people?" To which the drama Tumblr responded, "Oh no. Another highly misunderstood illness. Going to avoid that video." User Don't Stand So Close to Me also responded to his Facebook posting where he shared this video, writing, "I thought you said you quit giving advice. Lying again? Oh, I see, this is different, right? Just use a little bit of comedy while giving advice. Smart. Seems like comedy saved you again from another one of your lies." Next, Greg uploaded a weird, quick response video on the 16th called Onision for President, where he's apparently reacting to people wanting him to be president, to which he says,
But I would never be president because you have to decide who lives and who dies. That and I'd probably be killed in like the first week.
He also keeps laughing at his own jokes.
If you don't like the food, don't come to the fucking restaurant. Stop watching my videos.
He kind of seems drunk in this video.
It's a scary thing. I wouldn't want to be in the position. I can barely attend public events like that are YouTube based because like I'm pretty sure someone's gonna stab me.
He keeps slurring his words and also mentions his military service once again.
I'm a conscience objector. I'm registered conscience objector, which means somebody actually evaluated me and asked me a bunch of questions, and they talked to people I knew and asked them a bunch of questions about me, and they concluded, you know what, this guy doesn't want to kill anybody. He's like totally against killing anybody. So
on the 23rd of the month, Greg uploaded a video called How to Eat a Banana, and that video got flagged for being inappropriate. LOL. Imagine my shock. Greg concluded the month by being upset by a YouTuber being more successful than him, making a Miley Cyrus video. Greg writes to Facebook, "If Miley really sends people champagne for using her songs in YouTube videos, logic says that means all her tracks are fair game on YouTube. Hard arguing copyright in court when you clearly reward illegal distribution of your tracks.
Idiot music companies slam small channels but reward the big ones for doing the same thing. Absolute horseshit. Greg ended the year with an upload that I believe summarized his mindset for the whole year. The video is titled, Onision's Life, Hearsay. To sum up this video, essentially, Greg thinks he's great and everyone criticizing him is crazy. Them. It's not him, it's everyone else.
Greg is clearly very angry during this video.
I don't know how many times I need to make it painfully clear that not only is what I'm doing, the way I talk, and the way I behave healthy, but it should be the standard.
We learn in this video that Lainey hates us.
In fact, my wife kind of hates you people, because you're cunts.
He also speaks about Shiloh in the video, about her seizures.
Let's talk about the seizure thing. The seizure thing was an incident where my ex repeatedly had incidents where she would just be very dramatic. I actually had to call my mom in the middle of the night once because she was going like a retard, and I will call her that because I know it was fake now. So that's why I filmed my ex having a seizure, because she told me to.
Along with this, he further went into details about Shiloh, his Canadian ex, bringing up accusations about her mental health.
But the reality is, I was with a weirdo, okay? Someone who has admitted that they are a pathological liar. Somebody who I realized had a split personality the moment I went into the relationship with him. I was like, a week into it, she's like, I'm Eliana. That was literally the name, Eliana. She's like, I'm Eliana. The other girl's gone now. I just want to talk to you about being with her.
It's strange. I've said it before, but he keeps addressing the negative commentary over and over and expecting that this time he would silence anyone criticizing him. After that, Greg continued the narrative that he had been weaving since early 2012, that the person who dumps/leaves a person always is in the right, thus all his exes were the ones at fault.
He was a terrible husband because she said that he was verbally abusive. She said that this and that and blah, blah, blah. Guess what? I divorced her. Boom! Did your brain just explode? Guess what people do when you dump them? They try to demonize the person they were with to help justify why they themselves are still a good person, why they themselves are not someone who's totally undesirable.
Greg concluded the video by saying his side has always been consistent.
And you want to know what's something funny? My story is the same every single time, because that's what happens when you're telling the truth.
And telling his audience to sod off.
But I wish you would just at least off my channel. Because like, if you don't like me, there's no reason for you being here. You're just a moron who is propelling themselves and their interest in me. And if you don't want to hear someone just tell you like it is, then also you're not in the right place. Go subscribe to some other YouTuber. Alright.
Never a good look, Greg. So we end 2013 with Greg not being able to move on from his past mistakes, with Greg still blowing up at anyone criticizing him. He's moved from a big YouTuber to a man in a bubble with a small fan base. I'd like to thank the viewers for joining me on this installment of the Onision history journey. We are done with the year 2013. I'd like to thank my patrons listed here. You guys rock. If you want to support my content, please consider becoming a patron, link below, or visit my merch store, also link below. I especially want to thank my $20 patrons. Here is the special thank you to them. In the next one, we go into Greg's online activity in 2014. I don't remember that year being particularly dramatic, but I could be wrong. So, I will see you in the next one. Suffer lightly.